Now, you might be privy to what goes on like in the crowdfunding space, particularly with people that have used crowdfunding as a means to separate themselves, be self-sufficient, be able to sustain their standard of living, separated from the mainstream, former comic pros, if you will, like Ethan Van Sciver's of the world, Shane Davis, John Malin, like people that are in this space that have done a lot of stuff. Maybe they seem to differ ideologically from what the mainstream would like. But a big criticism that people bring up is late books. They'll bring that up. Hey, these guys aren't fulfilling campaigns quick enough. Now, I will say this. I'm not saying that, yeah, perfect world, we work. I mean, Ethan talked about that in our previous stream, where it's like we want to get to where we can get material out far quicker. There is a lot of logistical stuff that you have to take into consideration, considering how the mainstream distributes their material and creates it and how they do it. Like, for example, a big part of it is that you see this stuff from the beginning when you deal with like crowdfunding, where the book it obviously isn't done. That's why the crowdfunding get in the first place. Whereas to with like say a Marvel or a DC book, often that book has been done for years, and it may took well in some cases, right, for a longer book. The story may have got wrote for a year ago or so, and you're just now kind of seeing it come in fruition. And the pre-orders are maybe being up for the retailers, but Boom Studios, who of course Keanu Reeves worked with and did that big $1 million sum campaign, and a lot of their stuff they have been unable to fulfill. And there's been almost no criticism, certainly from the detractors. I mean, even when mine was like a few weeks, right? We obviously accounted for, let's say, 12,000 books and ended up selling over 60,000 immediately. Or that was our initial expectation. And now, it pushed the fulfillment start date for 3 weeks. And I remember people just having an aneurysm, not my actual followers or the people that were customers, but the haters. But why is it when Boom Studios, who is a mainstream by all accounts, or they say major indies or whatever, why is it that they get to do this? They have like 8 campaigns. A big shout out to Second Street Marvel for bringing this to my attention. Crowdfunding campaigns where they haven't even fulfilled. I can't remember. This launched in 2020, did it not? It's been 3 years, guys. And like it says, right, you have a guy that was 9 days ago commenting, how far is volume 3 hard copy, please? And these fools say that you can expect a third volume toward the end of this year. So they're not even anywhere near being finished with this stuff that they've of course got money for. Another one. And like I do know that some of the stuff has gone out for them with the Berserker back Kickstarter, but this is another one if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what some of the comments are certainly saying. This one, they just arrived. They're talking about it being damaged, yada yada. Of course, so it looks like they're taking care of it. This might have been one of the ones that actually got fulfilled, or maybe not. It says. Someone, please come to the order. I still haven't received any information of my order. If you have not already done so, please email. So a lot of this stuff hasn't even been fulfilled. But it looks like some of them at minimum have been received. So give them credit for at least that. This is Mark Wade's project with Boom Studios. Let's see if we got some updates here. Look at some of these comments. I really hope you guys don't rush anything. The hardcovers are being delayed until June, it looks like. And that's what it says. Looking for the editions to arrive soon. I thought to myself, surely that established company with a complete product would be able to handle this. And yet here we are, still waiting for anything to happen. Boom Studio says, unfortunately, hardcovers have been delayed until June. So why does Boom get away with this? This is some other project, 1,200 backers. See what this one had. This one been fulfilled? Entirely unique problem, but apparently because I live outside the U.S., I can't use or leverage Boom. Oh, it's some other stuff, shipping costs, blah, blah, blah. Look, man, Australia, I've dealt with those issues in terms of shipping costs. Pre-orders are open, but I haven't seen anything about the survey. Okay, I backed the complete digital collection level. I didn't get to read any of the Giant Days, but I loved blah, blah, blah. So has this been fulfilled at all? This campaign includes latest magnetic campaign. I don't know if this has been fulfilled. This is 5 months ago. Any recent updates? Looking at some sketches that came out a couple of days ago. Finally look at, oh no, they're still in progress. So no, this hasn't been fulfilled. They're talking about stuff is being underway. Yeah, no, this stuff hasn't been fulfilled. Okay, so we have another one that still hasn't been fulfilled. We got another one that this is Boom Studios, right? These guys are supposed to be so credible and all that stuff. Let's see some of the comments that they say. What's the deal with Boom? Oh, they're talking about this Boom Elite membership. Shipping fees issues. Everybody's dealing with that right now. We'll give them credit for that. I guess they're talking about shipping fees. Has this been, let's see, behold the map trip is completed and is on its way to be printed. All right, so it's not completed. It's on its way to be printed, so it's not ready. This is not ready at all. Let's see, Very Claus Christmas. This, of course, this had to have been fulfilled, right? Let's check it out. Let's go look at some updates. Changes and conditions. I hope y'all doing well. We're rocking and rolling over here, putting together your Claus hardcovers. As of now, we are still on track. November of 2023. So these guys get to keep in mind. I got ragged on. I started fulfillment 75 days after the pre-order campaign. I have not nearly the amount of assets that these guys got. Okay, as far as resources. The Expanse. Oh, this for sure has come out, right? Let's check it out. This is a $1 million project. Final stretch goal. They're still talking about stretch goals. The stretch goals have been unlocked. So it looks like this stuff is still in funding. So if we go to some of the campaign, where's some estimated delivery times in fucking December, man? December! I will have gotten ISOM 2 out before then. See another one. This, I think, is this the newest one? Yeah, I think this is the newest campaign that they launched. Okay, one of the newer campaigns that they launched, with this Power Ranger stuff. So these guys got like 7-8 campaigns that haven't even been fulfilled yet. And you mean to tell me y'all rag on people that, let's say, are alternative to the mainstream, like they're not cycling the same talent like a lot of these guys have? And we don't hear a peep from them doing this. Marvel, DC, when they delay stuff, we don't hear a peep. It's only when we do it. People on our side of the fence does it. And then it's okay. You have Boom Studios, who's supposed to be a credible company able to handle all this. Why they're doing crowdfunds, I have no idea. But nonetheless, they want to use crowdfunding, fine. You got the freaking Power Rangers brand using and Keanu Reeves using all this, and they still haven't fulfilled. I'm showing this to you to show how inconsistent that these crack smokers are. They have always been this way. When you think and you start seeing success and you're like, is it me or is it what's going on? Because these guys gaslight you into thinking there's a fundamental problem with you. And then you look further into the industry and you find out, no, it's not a problem with you. These guys got a problem with you. It's not you per se. It's the fact that you maybe think differently and you got success not going through the proper channels. So they are going to hyper-emphasize when you do something versus when the people that they defend endlessly do it. It is perfectly fine. Inconsistent hacks. Wherever you're viewing the content, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed it, you may be interested in my comic book company, Rippaverse Comics. Our first book and campaign, ISOM #1, brought in $3.7 million with tens of thousands of satisfied customers. Visit Rippaverse.com to check out our store and stay up to date with the latest campaigns from one of the hottest new comic book companies. Also, my first big step towards a parallel economy was the development of my personal website, ericdjuly.com. This entirely replaced my Patreon. Now, if you enjoy this content, please consider becoming a member over at the website. We have an ever-expanding list of perks for various membership tiers, a forum, and a phone app. Some of these perks will even benefit you if you're fans of the Rippaverse. Anyway, I appreciate you so much for being a supporter and or customer. I even got a little love for my haters.